Hi you guys, it's Dr. BT, and I want to welcome you to NUR 4491C Women's Health. We have two classes. One of our classes is on Thursday morning, and the other class is on Thursday afternoon. So this is the Thursday afternoon class, and then let me show you the Thursday morning class. Sorry. Okay, and then here is the Thursday morning class. So they're the same. I mean, all the content is the same. It's just our Thursday morning class lady has on a maroon dress, and our Thursday afternoon class has on a red coat. So you guys are all RPLs and fans, so all the material is just the same. So I wanted to show you the Thursday afternoon class is going to be in the Brooks College of Health, Building 39, Room 1026 from 1 to 2:50. And then our Thursday morning class is going to be in the Coggin College of Business, right across the pond from 39A in Building 42, Room 1112 from 9 until 10:50. I'll be your instructor, Dr. BT, and Ms. Dothwaite, who has vast experience in labor and delivery, who is a nurse practitioner as well, will be working with us both didactically and clinically. You need your textbook. You're going to need the Shadow Health because you will be doing your Shadow Health experiences post-simulation. They count for simulation hours. The UNF Nursing Handbook. And then we recommend that you get the NCLEX book for HESI. This one has all the topics in it. And so if you get this one, it covers everything, but we'll just be looking at the women's health portion of it. So let's go ahead and look at your syllabus. I think I'm going to go to modules. So modules is a great place to start. So you have to review the information that you learned in Anatomy and Physiology 2, Physiology of Mid-Season Reproduction, Conception and Fetal Development, and Anatomy. These are open book, open note quizzes. They count on your quiz grade, so make sure you get 100, and you can take this up to 3 times. On your test, I already put the information that would be testable for your first test here so that you would know what it is. And I'm a big fan of test maps, so you'll know exactly what's on your test. So here's the syllabus. I kind of want to go over this real quick with you. Everything is pretty much standardized in the School of Nursing regarding the syllabus, and I just kind of want to go over it real quick. Let's see if I can pull it up a little faster. Okay, here we go. I can pull it up a little bit faster like this. So let's, hold on 1 second, let me pull this over. So let's look at our syllabus. So fans, we have fans and regular pre-licensure in this class. Please do not email me on Canvas. Please email me through the UNF official email at jabaker@unf.edu. I get a lot of strange things through Canvas, and so if I check my email 2 or 3 times a day at jabaker@unf.edu, so please email me there. Our policies are the same: standards of professional behavior. If you are unprofessional at any time in a course or in practice, you can be removed. The UNF Integrity Code, please make sure that you do not share information that would include cheating, fabrication, falsification, plagiarism, abuse of academic materials, and complicity in academic dishonesty. It's a big problem right now, and I'm on a committee that's tackling that. So please make sure that you're always well within your area there. If you have any disabilities, you can contact the SAS Center, and it's in Building 57, and we will make sure that we work with you. Civility and non-discrimination. So you guys, we don't discriminate based on age, race, color, gender, creed, ancestry, physical or mental disability, national origin, sex, gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, marital status, genetic information, any type of illness, HIV or AIDS, sickle cell, or veterans. So you guys, we have an EEOI center. So if you feel like you are discriminated against, please make sure and reach out. This is pretty much the same. Student well-being, we have a counseling center. I know you guys are under a tremendous amount of stress, so please make sure that you know that the counseling center can help you. They can talk to you. They can provide all types of services from counseling all the way up to medication administration. We go through very stressful periods, and sometimes you just need to talk to someone, so you can always contact them. We have mandatory attendance, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. If we have an emergency, of course, we'll go on Zoom and we'll figure it all out, so you would never be penalized. You have to make sure you have all of your information to go to the hospitals. Anything that My Clinical Exchange or Dr. Adams or the School of Nursing needs, make sure that you have that. When you're in the clinical practice areas, you have to wear your uniform as prescribed by the School of Nursing. That would mean if they're pants, you can't turn them into capris, or you have to wear them as pants. All students must have their badge. You have to wear clean pressed uniforms. Make sure that your hair and jewelry and all that is in compliance. They're really super strong about the badge in women's services because there's potential for infant abduction. And so if you don't have your badge, the hospital will send you home. The phones must be in airplane mode. Your phone can't go off in the room. And we don't want you using your phone at the nursing station, nor do the nurses. So if you ever had to look up a drug and you had to use it for some type of reason, then you have to ask in front of the instructor before you pull it out. Also, if there's an emergency, you can give whoever that needs to get a hold of you the instructor's emergency phone number if your phone is on airplane mode. Always make sure you lock your doors when you're in clinical settings. Don't have things in your car that people can look in your windows and want to smash out your windows. Grading. So you guys, you have to have a 73 to pass this class. It's a weighted test average without the HESI. So the HESI is going to be included in your test scores from this point out in the School of Nursing. And the HESI is not in this weighted average, and we'll talk about that. But you have to have a 73, just like you've had before. Clinical evaluations, you have to be actively participating in clinical and understand the material in clinical. And if you don't, the instructor can fill you clinically. So have to make sure that you're on your game. And then, of course, math proficiency. Make sure that you have completed your math exam. You can take it up to 2 times. You have to have a minimum of 995 by the first Friday. And you will need to let me know that you have completed that. Again, here's our books. And then here is the breakdown of the weight of our class. So you'll have 4 examinations that are worth 10% each. You'll have a HESI examination worth 10%. So there's 50% of your grade as examination. Final exam is worth 25%. It is a cumulative final exam. This is essential for study for your NCLEX exam. We have quizzes and case studies. They'll be worth 15% of your grade. Adaptive quizzing will be worth 5%. And I have mine set on study mode. It's pass fail. If you fail it, I think you have to get like a 82 or something to pass it. But you can look up the answer, so there's no reason why you shouldn't pass it. Anyway, if you pass it, you get 100% for the 5%. And if you fail it, you get 0% for the 5% because it is on study mode. And then class participation is 5%. So we'll have pop quizzes in class. If there's an area where you need more reinforcement or a topic that you don't understand, I'll put up a quiz so that you can go over it some more. And that will only help you, plus it helps your grade. Class participation, attendance, professionalism, and civility in the classroom. Attendance is mandatory and required. You'll have a HESI exam, and we've talked about that. We do have a rubric for class participation and civility. So the American Academy of Nurses, the ANA, American Nurses Association, defines incivility and bullying in the workplace is a very serious issue. And it's widespread in all settings, in the classroom as well. We see students bully each other. We see nursing faculty bully students, and we also see nursing students try to bully faculty. And so we're not going to have any of that. Incivility is determined as one or more rude, discourteous, or disrespectful actions that may or may not have a negative intent behind them. So that's our definition here. Such acts of aggressions, may they be verbal or physical, are entirely unacceptable. Whether delivered by patients or colleagues, these incidents not only have a serious effect on the well-being of the nurse in question, but also their ability to care for the patients. And here's your reference for the ANA. So here is for 5% of your grade. If you attend all your classes, that's 100%. Time management, you arrive on time, you're professional, demonstrate a positive attitude, good personal presentation, and traits for engagement in the class. And then communication. You communicate. You just don't sit there quietly and not have any interaction. Partially acceptable, rarely misses class. Time management, arrives late more than 25% of the time. The professionalism and civility, consistently positive without uncivil behaviors. So you can at least, if you don't act uncivilly, but you don't have a good attitude, you'll at least get 50%. Communicates effectively without harsh or inappropriate language. And then 0, when late arrives, misses more than 25% of the class, arrives late more than 50% of the time, demonstrates uncivil behaviors, or demonstrates poor listening or communication. The HESI, so you guys, on the HESI, so since it's 10% of your grade, and let me go back up here, there's a conversion score. So let's say you made 1200. I know the conversion score on 1200 is something like 99.9. So that's the grade that you would get here. It's a HESI conversion score, and you will see that at the end of taking your HESI. If you do not make an 850, you'll have to do remediation packets, and then you'll have to retake the HESI. So my goal for you is to take it once and get a good grade and be done with it. If not, you have to do it within 2 weeks. You have to do your remediation packets and then retake the test. And we have our key objectives. We'll go through all of these in lecture. These are just our objectives. Everything in here we will cover in our class. We will be going to the hospital. You'll be doing SBARs. And you'll also do a evidence-based presentation. So 2 of you will do one on antepartum, 2 of you will do one on labor and delivery, 2 will do postpartum, and 2 will do nursery. And we'll discuss something during post-conference. We'll discuss this evidence-based article. And then here are the activities that you need to engage in when you're there at the clinic. And then we will also have a 4-hour community clinical, and the community is for community engagement. I usually do a period poverty event where we write and we write the different manufacturers and ask them for products that we could put out through the community so that women who are disadvantaged and don't have the products can have access to them. You have to do a minimum of 4 hours, and you can do all the way up to 8, because you may find something else that you would like to do more that has a little bit more than 4 hours. If the place you go, it says that the requirement is 6 or 8 hours, you have to stay there the whole time. You can't say, well, I have to leave because my event is only 4 hours. It's just disrespectful to the agency. And then turn this in to your clinical instructor your first day of class. This is just your evaluation, your first day of clinical, excuse me. You'll put your name here, your N number, and then they'll be able to write on here all of your information. You have to physically sign this, not an electronic signature, but a physical signature, and your clinical faculty has to physically sign this in order for the School of Nursing website to take it. So please make sure that you do both of those, and please upload this your last day of clinical. Okay, so that's it for the syllabus. And then let's go back to these schedules, go back to modules. And so your clinical schedules are on here. I know we have a couple of problems that we'll definitely straighten out. I've been updating these as much as possible, but it's very difficult because some people were not compliant with my clinical exchange and some people were, so it has been an ongoing action. So you guys, you will see what clinical you're placed in, and you may get placed into a different clinical if there is an issue or a problem, or you have not been placed at all. So you guys, we will have simulations this week, this upcoming week, and you're going to have to do 3 quizzes to get ready. So if you're in RPL Group 2, RPL Group 4, you can see these are the days of your simulations. This is, you can see that this is 4 hours, and this is only 2 hours. You will get 8 hours worth of simulation credit because you have to do pre-quizzes before you come to simulation and then post-test in Shadow Health. And the reason why we do this is we get everyone ready at the same time to go to the hospital. It's not fair for some people to have the knowledge before the test. Everyone has to have the same knowledge at the same time for it to be fair for everyone. So you'll just need to look in here and see which SimLab group you're in and make sure that you're prepared for the simulation and that you arrive. So let's go back up and see what you need to do to get prepared for the simulation. So we'll go back up here to modules. You will have to do these before your first class on Thursday. These are just review, open book, open note. This is new knowledge, and this is open book, open note. So here is the PowerPoint for this particular video lecture. And then here is the physical exam, which we'll use to check you off at a later date. But you will have to complete all 3 of these. So you watch this video. It tells you what chapter you have. You can keep taking this quiz until you get the grade you want. Okay. And this is, you have to have this done before you come to simulation. And it counts in your simulation hours. So you will need to complete the head-to-toe maternal exam before January 10th, the fetal monitoring simulation before January 10th, and the newborn review before January 10th. We will then go over all of this information with you at the Simulation Center. The simulations are at the UNF Med Nexus on Bay Meadows Road. It is close to school, and that's where we will be having it. More information will be to come, and you'll have to wear your uniforms. We will do this one later. We'll do the high-risk emergency simulation, plus we'll do the check-off for this maternal and fetal exam and this newborn. So you'll have to know all this information when you come back for your check-off and be able to do the physical exam. And then after we do this, you are going to need to do your Shadow Health fetal heart tones before January 25th and your Shadow Health uncomplicated delivery before 25th. And I do look at those transcripts to make sure that you did everything and you asked the questions. Here's our first class, will be on January 12th, Thursday. And then we will not have class this second week. So the week of January 9th through January 13th is MLK holiday. And to stay consistent with the Monday class, they have Monday off. We're just going to have quizzes during that week. We will not have class on Friday. And then we will have a test the next upcoming Thursday on the 26th. So I will start to put information up about all of this information, and this information will all be on your test. Okay, so I'm trying to give you more tests so that it's less information on each test based on the opinion of my last group. So I'm trying to give you more tests so that it won't be as difficult. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please email me at jabaker@unf.edu. Thank you.